What's up, Sussex Squad? Sit down, we gotta talk. These royals have a GG nerve. Do you know that the royals had actually come out and admitted that Kate never had cancer? And now they are sitting there still trying to walk around and say they have steadfast support. What is going on? They cannot actually be this stupid or actually think we are that stupid. Y'all, we gotta talk about this. We got to talk about this because this has been on my mind all weekend. You know what else has been on my mind? You know, Andrew actually came through with the money. He raised it through private means. Let me find out. Let me find out. Fergie got an OnlyFans page for those feet, right? Or Camilla got a OnlyFans page for those hooves. Do you know that Andrew raised all the money he needs to give the king to stay in the royal lodge? And do you also know that Camilla is still out of commission because she got a chest cold? All I gotta say is, God, do your thing. Y'all listen, let's get into this because you cannot make this up, okay? This has been all over Twitter, okay? And I think they're trying to distract from that huge investigation that came out showing that not only do William and his dad own most of the UK, but they're slumlords and they're charging everything and they are making billions off of the backs of the poor. Now, listen, this is ground zero because even though they're trying to downplay it, it was the most watched documentary for 2024 in the UK, hands down. So the people are actually paying attention. So what did they do? To distract, they threw Kate under the bus. How? They are now letting us know, bringing up the old Kate cancer thing. And I was like, okay, fine, we don't care. Can we move on? They are now admitting that Kate never had cancer. Okay, listen to this. Okay. Okay, so Channel 4 Dispatch said Dispatch's investigations editor Jack Journal on Twitter spoke to the media show to discuss the journalism behind the king, the prince, and their secret millions. The film has been the highest watched dispatches this year and received 13 million views across all socials. Okay. There was also this that happened, okay? The Great Britain News actually admitted that, and I think it was on BBC, actually admitted that Kate never had cancer. She had surgery, or they discovered pre-cancerous cells. Now, for anybody that's actually into that stuff, you know that precancerous cells are not cancer at all. They are benign. The fact that they made this up, SK on Twitter said, we told y'all she never had cancer and were called all sorts. Now Sky News is telling us it was precancer cells that was found. These people are playing in your faces like it's funny. So how is someone who had precancerous cells recovering from cancer? You guys remember that when they said that Kate is cancer free, the palace would not say she ever had cancer. Now, why are they releasing this information? I 100% believe that they're trying to distract from that whole Channel 4 documentary on the king, the prince, and the millions, but also at the fact of some people said that she did have cancer. They said two things going on. She either never had cancer or they did have cancer. And the royals are trying to erase the public record about whether Kate actually got sick. To which I say, even if that is true, that's still really weird. It's like when the queen erased her cousins because they were mentally disabled. It's weird that they are so adamant on trying to look like they are better than regular. Remember when Kate came out with that whole mere mortals wouldn't have did this? Remember when they came out with that? Right? Mere mortals couldn't show up to Wimbledon. Kate literally decided she wasn't going to do any work. William took her get out of jail free card and for a whole year went missing and had everybody singing the blues and I would say leaving cards, but nobody actually cared she was gone. Just to find out it wasn't true. You guys, there's more. Hold on. Um, Also, right? Nina on Twitter said, so basically, what does this tell you about wait, hold on. I lost the right thing. Hold on really quick. Let me just get into this. Okay, I found it. Okay. Um, so SK on Twitter, okay, actually pulled up the screenshot. And she said, I will bring this back where Kensington Palace confirmed and doubled down that Kate Middleton did not have cancer and was not being treated for it after surgery. This put together with all the shenanigans that happened after all the fake photos and her reappearing looking refreshed apart from the busted eye, I believe this headline once again. Again, this headline was from in January saying Palace confirms Kate Middleton is not undergoing cancer treatment after surgery. Again, precancerous cells are not cancer. Kate is a healthy, cancer-free 42-year-old who enjoyed almost a year off with no questions allowed to be asked, but made a mockery of the real cancer patients. No wonder she hasn't visited one single cancer hospital or charity, right? Randall Leyland said, yeah, but that facelift looks good, doesn't it? She should come out and say it. There's no shame in it. The shame is in the lie, right? Again, Whistler said cervical intracephalical neoplasia is a term, CIN, is a term that describes abnormal changes of the cells that line the cervix. CIN is not cancer, but if the abnormal cells are not treated over time, they may develop into cancer of the cervix. CIN does not cause any symptoms. Let me tell you something, right? At the end of the day, I think this is absolutely pitiful and disgraceful, okay? The fact that they actually lied about this so William and Kate can take off. The fact that it shows that the palace has no morals, no integrity, right? Remember when K. Ross Levy on Instagram actually said, remember when this doctor said this? Hold on. Where's that?
In this case, the abdomen would be taken out and tested, or would it be, is it possible that it would be cancer somewhere else in the body that would somehow show up in a blood test or something? Well, with all respect to the, to the royal family, that kind of, press release doesn't make a lot of medical sense. When people undergo extensive surgery, they just don't go in for typically anymore for quote exploratory surgery. All of these operations are preceded by extensive imaging, like CAT scans and MRIs. So the surgical team would have a very good understanding of what was likely to be the problem. And that would be confirmed by pathology. So a piece of the tissue removed, whatever the organ is,
Wait for it.
the organ removed, or intestine, for instance, that goes directly to the pathology lab, often during the surgery. And sometimes whether something's cancer or not will dictate the extent of the actual operation. So it's very likely that the surgical team knew or had a good sense of what this was going to be prior to surgery, and that was confirmed at the time of pathologic testing during the operation. So this is something that would have at least been suspected before and confirmed during the operation.
Okay, right? And he literally said, right? Let me just get to the point. The royal family are liars. They played around with something like cancer, one of the worst things that you could possibly have. They lied about it. They played around with it. They did everything they could possibly do. And now they are coming out, right? And actually saying that there was never actually any cancer. In light of this, okay, they said Kate received unwavering support from the Windsors this weekend. Unwavering support from the Windsors this weekend. Support for what? She never had cancer. She never gave back. She never did anything. William looks sicker than her. I see why William was like, yeah, whatever, we're not doing this. And he was rolling his eyes and sucking his teeth every single time someone discussed Kate's cancer. It is shameful that these people are still even looked at or regarded. But I now see what it is and what the game. The whole point is that Kate and William and Charles and Camilla's whole operation, right? This a life of services, but it's all a sham. It's a con. What is their mission in life? Their mission in life, God's honor, is to uphold white supremacy. See, this is the thing. We're wondering, oh my God, what's wrong with the royalists? Nothing. Kate don't never got to work a day in her life. She don't never even got to take those kids anywhere. She doesn't have to do anything. William never has to do anything meaningful. Andrew can keep accepting where our fan money's coming from, right? For his OnlyFans page. Camilla can keep drinking her apple wine with that sour, bitter, ignorant, disgraceful face. Okay? At the end of the day, the royal family is doing what the royalists want it to do. They're upholding white supremacy. They're upholding what is the top of the social pyramid and what is the top of the pyramid also. And always, and it will always be a nuclear family with at least 2 children, a mom and a dad, and that's it. That is their role. That is their goal. And I realize with this Kate Cancer story, I realize with the stealing billions, I realize with all of this happening, nobody seems to be doing anything and nobody cares because at the end of the day, Sussex Squad, we misunderstand the role. Henry misunderstood the role. Meghan misunderstood the role. The role is to uphold white supremacy. That's it. That's a tweet. That's why Andrew still has security. That's why all the racism the palace does with not hiring people, nobody cares because they are fulfilling their job. And I think now in this new world, we need to acknowledge it. Camilla understands the assignment. Charles understands the assignment. William understands the assignment. Kate understands the assignment. I think the people of the UK literally just need to decide who's in charge, the monarchists and the people that support them, or the new generation of people that are saying enough with this old thing. You guys, listen, the royal family is in for a hell of a year. This year, really quick before we go, let's also not forget that Andrew is actually being kicked. Well, he was being kicked out the Royal Lodge. He actually found the money. He found the money to actually stay in the Royal Lodge. And they said that because of that, he has humiliated King Charles. Listen, at the end of the day, all of these colonizers are being supported by people that this is the world we live in, and this is the world they want us to think we live in. However, I will say one thing, change is coming. And that royal family better count their days. Get this, the Duke of York has raised funds to be allowed to stay at the Royal Lodge. It's understood that Prince Andrew's money has been approved by Sir Michael Stevens, the keeper of the Privy Purse, and as coming from legitimate sources. Are these the same sources that gave Charles millions of dollars and literally trash bags? Andrew received written notice earlier this year from King Charles, his older brother, would cut him off financially if he refused to move out the estate in Windsor and onto more modest accommodation. The Duke lives in a 30-room estate in Windsor Great Park with his former wife, Sarah Ferguson, under a lease agreement from the Crown Estate, which is valid until 2078. In an unexpected twist, Andrew is now convinced palace authorities that he has sufficient funds from legitimate sources to support himself. He no longer receives public money, and with no discernible income beyond a Royal Navy pension, where there have been questions over the source of his wealth. A source said, if Andrew can pay for his own upkeep with legitimate means, then it is not an issue. But the king's patience has run out when it comes to funding his brother's lifestyle in a way that's not fit his status. So where did he get this money from? Is William funding it? Is Charles funding it? Where did this money come from? It's no longer, since they are public, to say you got it from legitimate means. Where did you get it from? I'm willing to bet he got it from William, because you know there's a little war going on. Again, Andrew has no legitimate means. This whole royal family is a joke. Sussex Squad, listen, what y'all think about this? I think this whole royal family is a joke. I do know that divorce bells are ringing for William and Kate. And if they don't divorce, I do believe that the settlement or the separation was actually worked out. And I do believe that Kate has agreed that once the kids are out of the house, she'll be out of William's life. William is saying that he's not going to do things the same. He's going to do, I'm trying to do small royal related things differently. Okay. And for my generation, I do believe that William is going to try to be the first sitting king to have divorced a queen in history. Again, it just might be me. Should we talk about this? You know, we'll talk about the next video. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. And don't worry, I'll post tomorrow, Success Squad, or if I can, I'll try to post double tonight. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.